Guys, before we get into it, I just want to say that if you agree with or like any part of my commentary, please hit the like button and leave a comment down below. It's becoming very apparent that YouTube is not a fan of the conservative nature in which we speak about movies, video games, pop culture, and politics around here. And so if we can get our engagement right, when we go up to YouTube, we can swipe our race card without having to worry about it declining, okay? Let's get into it.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Really Bad Transgender.
Mr. Really Bad Transgender.
We have to listen to your claims that you're a real woman, but you couldn't even be bothered to get a doctor to cut your Johnson off.
Call me a doctor.
You rose to fame after destroying several corporate brands, leading some to wonder, is this guy for real, or is this just a desperate cry for attention?
Oh, we don't care.
But no matter how they feel, love you or hate you, they have to respect the grift.
You're a star.
Reese said yes, animated or stop motion like the Legos. I agree. Even CGI. Agreed.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Tranny Man, because you really put the
Oh, he called him Mr. Tranny Man. Oh my goodness.
in pronouns.
Mr. Really Bad Transgender.
We've already talked about their disastrous new ad campaign where they had NFL star Travis Kelce make groaning, grunting noises as he sat down in a chair, get ruthlessly ratioed on YouTube, and the comments were absolute gold. Absolute gold. Then they tried to run a sponsorship for the WWE wrestling and got absolutely housed on Twitter. Booed, laughed at, mocked, as it all should be. And now the holiday sales are in. That's right. It is the 4th of July weekend, and we now know that Bud Light has actually managed to get worse. It's actually...
Did they ever hit 30% loss in sales? That's what I want to know. Did they ever actually hit 30%? Because I knew at one point it was sitting at 29% loss. If it hit 30%, boy, that's crazy.
Managed to get worse. Now, I thought 30% drop was going to be the peak, but my friends, you're going to want to leave a like on the video here because it has in fact gotten worse than that.
Oh, apparently it did. If he's saying that, apparently it did.
And I do want to take just a quick moment to remind people, a non-woke company, coffeebrandcoffee.com, my coffee
Oh my
company,
God, this guy in this
where we
damn
roast
coffee
all of our
brand.
coffee on I will happily refund your money. Now, this new Bud Light sales crashed in the latest data. Sales by units are down more than 31%. The bloodbath simply isn't ending for Bud Light, yet the company still won't apologize for teaming up with Mulvaney. Now, I will say this much. I don't believe they ever will apologize for teaming up with Mulvaney. I don't think that they have any kind of position left to do that. I think that whoever is the how do I say, one making the decisions at the company, they've decided that, nope, we're going to have this disaster. We're going to ride it out. Bud Light has been under constant pressure.
I think they really think Bud Light really believes that it's going to blow over. But at this point, I don't know, dog. Like, at this point, is it I'm about to try something. About to try this. Good. Big. Get it out of here. Okay. But yeah, though, it's not going anywhere. So I don't understand why they don't. But I mean, I guess those jobs are worth it. Those 600 factory workers that lost their jobs, I guess it's worth it. You don't want to apologize. Reese says, I have not subscribed because of his coffee thing. I live for coffee and even have an altar for it. But my God, I get it. You sell coffee. He pops up on my feed because I click his vids, but no, I can't stand the coffee pitch. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's if he did it every other video instead of every video, it's like every day. Oh, by the way, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but listen, I can't knock the hustle because obviously he knows better than I do, considering the fact that he has a degree in marketing. So obviously, he knows something better than I do, because I would presume that his brand is doing pretty well, right? Or am I, am I off on that? I don't know. So, but yeah, let's continue.
Sure. By the way, I've seen it happen already over all sorts of 4th of July conversations and things of that nature. Bud Light has been under constant pressure since the incredibly dumb Dylan Mulvaney ad, and sales have fallen off a cliff since the start of April. With the 4th of July here, people are getting ready to grill out, drink ice cold brews. For America's birthday, the once popular light beer brand and Anheuser-Busch might have been holding out hope for the situation to turn around. This simply isn't happening. Sales are down 27.9% for the week that ended June 24th. This is the most recent sales data we have, according to data from Nielsen IQ and Bump Williams Consulting. That's just barely better than the 28.5% decline from the previous week, according to the same data. However, the numbers only got worse the more you dig in. Units sold dropped a shocking 31.3% compared to the same window last year. And Bud Light isn't even alone in its struggles. Just like previous data, Bud Light is hardly the only Anheuser-Busch brand struggling. Michelob Ultra is down 4.4% and Budweiser is down 12%. Meanwhile, Modelo units sold increased 6.4%, according to the same data. The Mexican beer has been the top-selling beer in America since May. Anheuser-Busch's market cap has also dropped a staggering $27 billion since the crisis began, and it was started by Dylan Mulvaney and the ad. The projections for Bud Light's future also appear to be...
Reese says every video and he has sponsors. Yeah, that's true. I mean, but hey, I can't get mad at him. Here I am over here getting silenced by YouTube, and I am down for it. Every video that was only the ad on your video, but then don't do the other sponsors too. That ruined it for me. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think he typically only does the coffee brand when he's not doing another sponsor. So when he does a sponsor, he typically doesn't do coffee brand, but I could be wrong. Yeah, bro, you should have. I'm just gonna do this just because I can. Yeah, bro. Sorry. Had to give him that L.
Very bleak. Bump Williams Consulting VP David Williams told the New York Post, unless something dynamic happens to bring the lapsed Bud Light customers back into the fold, I don't think we can expect anything to reverse its course. It is no longer fixable. It seems like the situation gets worse and worse.
It's not. It's not fixable. Just apologize, bro. I ain't gonna say I guarantee you, but I bet money you're not gonna get all of those sales back. But I would bet any amount of money that if you came out and said, listen, we screwed up. We made a mistake. At the time of doing it, we didn't quite understand the severity of how divisive this person was. We just want to get back to making beer for everybody, and we don't want to be political. We're sorry. Are you going to get back all your customers? No. But could you get back 10% of those sales? I think so. Reese said it is too late for sorry. I believe it's too late for sorry for people like us. I mean, let me not. I wasn't drinking no Bud Light to begin with, but you know what I'm saying. But I think that some people will go back. I mean, I believe even getting back 5% would be better than what they have going right now.
Every passing day, one thing is for sure, people simply aren't ready to forgive and move on yet. Well, that's because Bud Light is refusing.
Reach brings up another point. They doubled down and then said, oops, and then sponsored that parade in Canada. Okay. Fair enough.
apologize. It's just, you're not going to do that. Nobody's going to, come back if you don't apologize. They're not just going to say, oh my God, there's no other option than Bud Light. I better just go back, come crawling back. It doesn't work that way. Photo of Bud Light left on shelves during 4th of July weekend goes viral. A photo of Bud Light left on the shelves at stores during the 4th of July weekend has gone viral on social media on Sunday as the beer company continues to face an ongoing boycott. The photo comes as Bud Light and its parent company Anheuser-Busch continue to face criticism and a boycott after partnering with Bill Mulvaney. A row. Oh, yeah, we already know all that. Okay, so here's the tweet. And it's Timmy Poole's. It's Timmy Poole. Tim tweeted this. You can see all the Miller Lite's gone, all the Coors Light's gone, most of the Budweiser's still there. They're jam-packed with Bud Light Lime.
And that's what's so damaging about this. Social media is what's so damaging to Bud Light right now, because due to people's ability to be able to tweet about it, put out pictures about it, do all of these things, well, guess what? It's going to constantly remind people that they need to be boycotting this. And it's kind of like fun now to pile on. It's like, oh, look at me. I'm boycotting Bud Light just like everyone else. I mean, it's not going to get better. Like, I don't know what they're thinking.
I think down here looks like Michelob Ultra. I'm not really a beer drinker. I can see Heineken way down there. That seems pretty untouched. I'm not off the top of my head. I'm not totally sure. You see, here you see this person, user domestic M30. I don't know, Meows, domestic Meows maybe. Notice the same thing at my Hood Mart. All the Bud Light Lime. Budweiser looks like it's got some sales. But Coors is completely sold out. You see tons of Busch Light. I mean, this is wild. It's almost like, it's so hilarious. It's like so drastic and dramatic that you almost think like that it's staged, right? Like I think that I think that, I'm not saying it is. I just mean that, like, wow. And
no, I agree. I mean, it almost seems like unreal at this point. But, Bud Light, Bud Light is got to, I don't know. Reese says it's too late to apologize. He also says, I mostly like apple cider beer and Angry Orchard and pumpkin beer and King Cobra. I grew up as a hood rat for 30 years. Yeah, I like Angry Orchards myself. That's the only beer I drink.
Let's go. Hey. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby.